Hey everybody, welcome to Spikey Saturday number 76 on the Leek. I'm John as always, and I know I said last week was Spikey Saturday 74, but that was a mistake. It was actually 75. 74, of course, was the paper draft recap. So welcome to Spikey Saturday number 76. We are finally going to draft Shadows over Innistrad. Some of you might have seen my tweet a few days ago that I'm kind of done with the sealed format of Shadows. It is ridiculously swingy in my experience and extraordinarily bomb heavy. And I think the draft format is somewhat bomb heavy, but there's much more that you can do with it. So I'm probably kind of done on the sealed front and we'll just be doing drafts from here on out. But that's fine because draft, of course, is my favorite format. So we're going to jump into the Swiss queue. We're going to play 3 matches and see how we do. And I'll see you for pack 1, pick 1, which will not be in that queue, which just finished firing. I will start a new queue and I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, here we are for pack 1, pick 1. I've drafted this set twice. You saw once in paper where I went red-green werewolves and went 1 and 2, unfortunately. The following week, I went back to the store and went blue-green clues and 3 and 0'd. I don't know what's going on with this set. It's weird. I don't know if it's good weird, bad weird, but it's weird. Anyways, this pack we opened a Soul Swallower, which is fine. You have to get Delirium for it to be super awesome. It's obviously bad if you don't have Delirium. It's a 3/3 for 4 with double green. We've got a Fiery Temper, which I think might just be the pick here. Super solid removal. Probably just flat out the best red common in the set. There's a Murderous Compulsion, which is not as good as Fiery Temper, I don't think. Requiring the creature to be tapped is very much a downside. So I think this pack is really between Temper and Swallower. And I think I just want to take the Temper. I think it's just a little bit more consistent. It doesn't require us to be in the Delirium deck, which of course is still flashy and fancy, and people are going to be trying to get it. So I think, yeah, we are just going to take the Fiery Temper. Doesn't require Madness either, which is nice. We get past a Gold Knight Castigator. That's an interesting choice. Also in this pack, we have an Indulgent Aristocrat, which is a nice synergy piece. A Rabid Bite, which is just fantastic removal. And not much else. Not much else. I think Bite and Aristocrat are kind of the only good cards in the set, in the pack. Rabid Bite probably can go up to great. Otherwise, we just have kind of middle of the road stuff with Devilthorn Fox and Expose Evil, and going worse to Seagraph Scab, Rotten Ghoul, Homunculus. Aberrant Researcher doesn't do that much. I think we might just take the Castigator. It's big, it's flashy. As long as we play correctly, it can be, something that can finish our opponents off. Obviously, there are some downsides to it. Well, there's some big downsides to it. But it is a 4/9 flyer for 4. And it's in our colors with Fiery Temper. It's also the only red card in this entire pack. There's a lot of blue. But yeah, we'll just take the Golden Knight Castigator and see what else comes our way. We have, third pick, Heir of Falconwrath. That seems late. Same with Howlpack Resurgence, to be honest. Ember Eye Wolf, not nearly as good as those 2 cards. Moonlight Hunt as well. That looks like 2 people to my left are going to be fighting over green, I would think. I think we just take the Heir of Falconwrath. It obviously goes fantastically with Fiery Temper. We can go into the Black-Red Madness deck. I don't really want to be there. I've played it a lot in all of my sealed events, and I don't think it's an amazing deck. But, I mean, Heir of Falconwrath is just way too good to pass up. So we are just going to take it and see what else comes. Follow that up, we get the Synergy combo that has won me a million matches in Sealed. Uncaged Treer and Grotesque Mutation. It just suddenly makes your creature hit for 16. Just out of nowhere. I've told people at my store already, if I'm playing you and I'm black-red and I have 5 mana up, you block every single creature or you're going to die. Still, I don't think we want to pick either of those that highly. There is a Spiteful Motives, which is fine. It's an aura, so it obviously has all the downsides that auras typically have, but it's a good aura. +3/+0 and First Strike at Flash is pretty decent, and I think I might just take it, to be honest. It would be fantastic on our Castigator or our Heir or any flyer they end up with. We can get a Mutation, we can get a Fury, and there's nothing else in the pack that I want. So, yeah, I'm just going to take the Spiteful Motives here. Follow that up, we've got Farbog Revenant, which is surprisingly solid for a 1/3. That Skulk just gets in there. So Stone Quarry if we wanted to splash, but that's not something I want to think about this early in the pack. Epitaph Column, I still don't quite understand why it's in the set. Rotten Heart Ghoul, not much in here. I think the best card in the pack is probably the Erdwall Illuminator, and that maybe suggests that blue is open, but I have gone nowhere near any blue deck I want to be in, so I think we just take the Farbog Revenant and keep going black-red. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Geese's Bidding, very nice to see. Rancid Rats, Blood Mad Vampire, Convicted Killer, all four of those are totally fine. The Vampire is probably the worst, I would think. The Killer, second worst. Rats, Bidding. I think Bidding's probably the best card. It's got Madness, so if we can continue getting discard outlets, then that would be even better. I would like Rats at some point, but I think Bidding is just better. And I think, yeah, it's definitely better than both of those red cards. So we are going to take Geese's Bidding. What do we get here? We get not much. Hound is mediocre. I'd prefer not to play it. Merciless Resolve, mediocre. I'd prefer not to play it. Rush of Adrenaline, mediocre. I'd prefer not to play it. Highland Lake I could take in case we maybe think about splashing blue. I'm surprised there's still a Just the Wind. Just the Wind is pretty good, but of course blue is not looking great in this set, so maybe it's not too surprising to see it. But I think we'll take the Highland Lake just in case we do want to splash blue, because I'm not going to play a Hound of the Farbogs, a Merciless Resolve, or a Rush of Adrenaline. Crow of Dark Tidings, totally fine. Totally fine. Deny Existence is decent in some blue decks. Magmatic Chasm can win games. I've sided it in a few times when I've been playing Black-Red, but it looks like I'm hoping to be a little bit more flyy in this version of Black-Red, especially with a Crow. Stormrider Spirit, also pretty solid in blue. I think blue is slightly open, but yeah, we're just going to keep on the plan. Ooh, Masquerade comes back. That would be fantastic with the air. It's just a solid card. I'm going to look for more vampires to hopefully get the second sentence doing some stuff, but even the first clause of attacking creatures having first strike is pretty darn good. Better than Rotten Heart Ghoul, better than Tormenting Voice. We can get one or both of those if we want them. I don't think I would ever want the Ghoul. I might want a Tormenting Voice, but we're going to take the Masquerade here for sure. Alms of the Vein is the only card for us. I don't really care for it. You know, there's the potential of getting like 6 of these and going all in, but that's not what I really want to be doing, not when I'm trying to win. A lot of blue, but it's not very good, which is kind of a recurring theme for blue. I do want to try the Fleeting Memories deck at some point, you know, just like 3 of these and a bunch of clues, but we're going to take the only card we might play, but we're going to sideboard it for now. Creeping Dread is just not good. Just not good. Just terrible. Actually, all these cards are pretty mediocre. Hound of the Farbogs, maybe we play it, but I really hope we don't. Runaway Carriage, maybe we play it, but I really hope we don't. We're not going to go towards blue, and I wouldn't play either of those cards, even if I wasn't blue. But let's take the Carriage for now. Well, there's a Rotten Heart Ghoul. Maybe we play it. Hopefully we don't, but we're not going to play a Root out. Vessel is not touching my main deck, and a Swamp. Not a bad first pack. Our first pack. Fiery Temper, I really like. The Air, I really like. The Masquerade, pretty darn solid. The Bidding, not bad. Good first step. Let's hope the pack 2 and pack 3 cooperate as well. We get an Engulf the Shore. That's not very good. Ooh, we get a Mad Prophet. Mad Prophet. That's the pick here. Flat out. There's a Geist Blast, which is fine, but it's just as expensive as Fiery Temper and does 1 less damage. Although we are splashing blue. If I could get that back, it would be awesome. But the fact that we are already looking kind of at Madness with Temper and Masquerade and Bidding really suggests that I want a Mad Prophet. So I'm going to take that right now. Maybe we get the Twins back. That would be awesome. I'd be okay getting the Vampire back, but we are taking Mad Prophet for sure. Oof. Yeah, pack 2 is cooperating quite nicely. Olivia's Bloodsworn is nice and aggressive. Exactly what I want to see. Goes really good with the Masquerade. Very happy with that. Accomplice is fine. You know, it's just a flat-out bear with an upside. There's no reason to never not play this, but Bloodsworn is better. Macabre Waltz, Mentor, blah. Pyre Hound, not really for our deck. That's more for the blue-red. So, yeah, let's take Olivia's Bloodsworn. And we get a Deadweight. Awesome. Things just keep going our way. So reduced to Ashes as well, but Deadweight is just flat out better. Nearheath Chaplain. Pretty good for a white deck. Otherwise, I'm not seeing too much in here. That's a fancy looking foil. And by fancy, I mean not great looking. Yeah, we're just going to take a Deadweight. Voldaren Duelist, although, wow, I'm filling... Well, I'm not going to play the Carriage, but wow, I'm filling up on 4 drops. I need to maybe stop doing that, but there's nothing else in this pack for me. But Voldaren Duelist is probably the second best red common after Fiery Temper. Way better than the Noble for sure, and Liliana's Indignation you should never play. Fair bit of green here. Still a Graph Mole kicking around and an Intrepid Provisioner. But we're going to take the Duelist and ask that our packs have more 2-drops, please. We've got a Howlpack Wolf. Fine. We don't have any other wolves yet, but we want to be aggressive, and it's nice and aggressive. 3/3 for 3. Doesn't get too much better than that. We're not going to take a Noble. We're not going to play those equipment. So, Howlpack Wolf. Another Duelist. Wow. Oh, I don't want that many 4-drops. Oh, why is Ghoul still kicking around? Go away, Ghoul. And come on in, second Duelist. And then please no more 4-drops. Otherwise, this pack has nothing for us. We're not going to play the Vessel. We're not going to play the Hound. We're not going to play the Shard. So Voldaren Duelist number 2. In you go. This is not a great pack. We can take the Rush of Adrenaline. It lowers our curve slightly. We've got a good number of creatures so far. It's aggressive. It's not what we want to do. It's going to be one of the first cards that gets cut. But I think it is better than Merciless Resolve. So, yeah, we're going to take Rush. Next pack, we've got ourselves the Twins back. Pretty happy with that. They're a 5-drop, but ideally they are actually a 3-drop. We're not going to play the Apparatus. We're not going to play the Cloak. We're not going to play Structural Distortion, but we are certainly going to play a Twin, so let's take them. And that Hound, I've got an entire pack left. Get out of there. I'm confident I won't have to play it. I really hope anyways. Well, we get another Twins. Oh, this is the pack we opened. The Twins, the Blood Mat, and the Neonate all came back. Blood Mad, Neonate, second Twins. What is my discard? My discard is Air, Mad Prophet, and that's it. So maybe I do want the Neonate. I think I want the Neonate. Yeah, let's take a Neonate here. I really hope I get an Incorrigible Youths at some point. I don't think we're going to splash. Maybe want the Macabre Waltz just in case we need one more discard outlet. Probably better than Pyre Hound. So let's take it. I'd prefer not to play it, but it is an option. I'm not going to play any of these. Nobody else is going to play any of these except maybe Confront the Unknown. So let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of the Aim High. Aim High would ruin me. I'm blocking all my flyers. Man, I hope Gold Knight doesn't come back to bite me. It certainly could. I am not going to play either of these equipments. Let's take the uncommon one. Hound, go away. We already cut one of you, and a Plains. So we need 5 main deckable cards, preferably 6, because I would like to cut that Rush of Adrenaline. Sin Prodder, yeah. Sin Prodder, Kindly Stranger. Both good. Both good. Are we going to get Delirium, though? Are we going to get Delirium? Deadweight is an enchantment that is going to go to the graveyard. Creatures are going to be in the graveyard. I can pitch lands with Mad Prophet. And we've got Sorcery. Instant. Sorcery. Blurg. I think we take the Sin Prodder. It's menacey. Can get in for some extra damage. But that's a really tough pick. There's also a Throttle, but I'd prefer a creature here, I think. Let me know what you guys would take here. I think I'm going to take the Sin Prodder. we're just not headed towards the Delirium as a reliable thing to take the Kindly Stranger. Throttle. I'm at 11 creatures. I need some. So we'll take the Sin Prodder here. Let me know what you would have taken there. Biting Rain, Twins, Magmatic Chasm. Looks like it's going to be sideboard card. Just which one? Unless we take the Twins. I mean, Biting Rain, my deck is just not going to be the long game deck. It doesn't have that option. It has to win fast. So I think we maybe do just take the Twins here. Yeah, let's take a second Twins. Let's take a main deck card rather than a sideboard card. 3 more playables, preferably all 2-drops. I'd love another Air or another Bloodsworn. Incorrigible Youths would be awesome to appear right here, and it did not. I'll take a Triskaidekaphobia. Surprisingly, not remotely as bad as we all expected it to be. You can do some really crazy things here. The thing is, you don't just play Triskaidekaphobia. You don't just play it out and then say, haha, at some point somebody's going to lose. You keep it in your hand, and you manipulate the game, and then you drop it, giving your opponent basically a turn or two to figure out how they don't just lose. I'm certainly taking Triskaidekaphobia here over an Uncaged Fury and a Senseless Rage. I do love Uncaged Fury, but come on, Triskaidekaphobia in the deck. Oh, we got it. We got it. We can have the amazing turn 1 Neonate, turn 2 Heir of Falconwrath, turn 3 attack in for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's something that could happen. That is something that could happen. We're not going to take an Ember-Eye Wolf or a Kindred or a Tormenting Voice over that. Get in the deck. I'm liking this deck a fair bit, which is bad. Every time that I've liked a deck in this set, it's done miserable. And every time I've thought that a deck has been kind of bad, it's done pretty well. So maybe this deck is terrible, and I just think it looks pretty darn good. We get past a Sinister Concoction, which is totally fine. Neglected Heirloom is good, but I only have 1 flipper. Sinister Concoction is just amazing, though, and there's no way we're not taking it. It's a discard outlet. It's removal. It's everything. Just everything. So Sinister Concoction in the deck, and we've got 23. Rush, I would like to cut for a 2-drop, preferably. I'd probably also cut it for a Grotesque Mutation or an Uncaged Fury. I think both of those are better than Rush of Adrenaline. Especially with what my deck wants to do. My deck needs to close the game ASAP. We get a Crow, a Necropod, a Skeleton, a Neonate. So, Skeleton could be okay, but I don't want to be wasting a whole bunch of mana. You know, it can be discarded to Mad Prophet for free and draw a card for free, basically. And yeah, it can be discarded to the Air. Is that really it? I could sack it to the Concoction or discard it to the Concoction and bring it back. But it's not really what my deck wants to be doing. I think I maybe just want another 3-drop. Another 3-drop flyer. I think. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to cut that Rush. Dual Shot is fantastic for the sideboard. I will gladly take that. We're not going to take anything else here. Dual Shot number 2. I think we might cut or hate out Just the Wind. Yeah, let's do that. I think I like the deck. We've got Sanguinary Mage. Do you have a place? You're a vampire, which means you do stuff with the Masquerade. But would you replace anything? I don't think so. I don't think you would replace anything. The Macabre Waltz? Maybe, but probably not. No. We'll take you, but I don't think you're going to be on the starting lineup. Biting Rain for the sideboard or Magmatic Chasm for the sideboard. Let's go. I mean, Biting Rain for the sideboard basically means I kill my side as well as his. It would be a board wipe outside of a few things. Magmatic Chasm, on the other hand, is if somebody is, kind of putting down creatures matching me, I can still get through. So we'll take the Chasm for the sideboard. Nothing here. Let's take the Stallion, but it's not going to make it. Let's get rid of Equestrian Skill. Let's get rid of an Inquisitor. Toss those off to the sideboard where they belong. We've got a lot of 4-drops. I don't super like that. We get the Skeleton anyways. I don't super like how many 4-drops we have. I don't think we can really do anything about that. Not really. And all those 4-drops are good. All of them are very good. So I think this is just what we're going to lead with. Dual Shot doesn't really have a place in the main deck. Sanguinary Mage doesn't really have a place in the main deck. I don't like it more than Howlpack Wolf or the Second Crow or the Farbog. So yeah, I think we'll go with this. No need to splash. We could splash for our 1 Just the Wind, but I don't think so. I think we'll just add some lands. 9/8 sounds good to me. I like this deck. I think it looks pretty solid. Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe we'll just fail. Who knows? That's how Shadows over Innistrad goes. But I'll see you guys for match 1, where hopefully we madness people out.